Dramani Mahama. Omangana yine frau. Sabra biem. Be fire nkobo sha asase no so. If you say why ye bida. Hey. Bejiyen. Jebe bejiyen. Bejiyen. Jomame bejiyen. If you say Bejiyen, Jomahame Bejiyen, hey, Bejiyen, Jame Brana Bejiyen, oh, niye, ni dafu, mame bro, Bejiyen, oh, na Bejiyen, Ghana yesi opinion. So nyina no esan se yeni ba bia ko unkuto na obetimi age yen e de aduru bo sha asase ne so beji yen Jomahame beji yen Jame beji yen efise Sisi bro, na beji. Oh my God, I see wo niye ni da flow. Jame, na beji. Tie, dintia ye flow se sambre biem ni se. Why ye bigger? Na Ghana fo hunsa no nnwuma bia wo ye bre bia twam enche bia ana ye tu fi ade so nanso man na kwa hunu se na wo de nam bo hya sase do so papa yensa da yensa yam ye fro se sambra nnwuma bia wo hya ase nnwuma bia do nsa susom a wanwie no o man ne fro se bra na be wie mayen bra na be fa ye ntu bo sha asase no so esan se wa ye bita ye frɛ wo bejiye Jomahame bejiye fiye nim ko se yimo afedi ekemini ye yo bro abeji mame wo niye ani daswe enkwale frau empanifo frau o mamuni nyina frau sa wunkuto na betimi rescue o man Dramani Mahama yenim dia obetimi aye enu ntina ye fro se sanbra yadawase
Ewe adeshemama memobi ajo memobi akwaba eba NDC 360 munim se we adwumadi sonko a NDC amanyuku ya hyehye se ensem a ekotwi ba breman efa amamuo bone a ekoso ye man Ghana mu a ede ahokyere ne kodanda abeto yeso no ha ne ye abotre na yeyi nsem no maako te sa akyehede nante ema akora keto akora etiase Hanso and Sheshia Pa. Obroni see the vision of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the NDC. Yajebre Echrichum said a Ghana Nibia, Ebe who the NDC ne John Mahama. Professor Nana Jeno Pukwajaman, a womawo, as far as the 2024 historic general elections are concerned. This is our 6th edition, and as always, we are live on NDC 360 on Facebook. We are live on NDC 360 on X, Dodo on our friend Twitter. We are also live on YouTube. And I want to encourage you to like the link, share the link, tell a friend to tell a friend, say, Jume Dino, Yafiti Asie, she, NDC 360 is on, and comment. And they said, Yamiani Debiano, Yabeje Mre, Naya Kai, more comments. So at the tail end of the program, as I near the Jumedi Nina Abba Nawi. So like it and share it. Now, we are also live, as you know already, on 5 major television networks across the country. We are live on Onuya TV. We thank Media General for giving us the esteemed platform for Sai Jumedi Way. We also thank TVXYZ, Ira Julius Debra, Onu Penyu for Uncle Benny Munina Yadamwase for taking this program live on TVXYZ. Our brother Stan Dogbe and Wezo TV, we thank you for streaming this program live as well. Kevin Taylor and the Loud Silence TV crew are also streaming live, and we thank them. We're also live on Angel TV and that OBBRC. I know we are also live on Focus TV. We are live on several blogs. I know our sister Marie, Wayo, Benjamin Wayo, and many others that I'll be recognizing in due course. Yeah, that will be our sister streaming program here live. Now, on this 6th edition, what are we talking about? Number 1, and then on Moment of Truth editorial, do snit scandal and NCC or Mike Ganemu, bobo, about the sale of certain hotels belonging to snits. A ye Ghana Jumayofu Nina Sika, Huasem Nene Babekane. And our guest is none other than my good brother, the Member of Parliament for the good people of North Tongue, a ranking member for Foreign Affairs. I also call him the ranking member for Scandals. The Son of Man is in the house already, comfortably seated. Documents, it belongs to the Son of Man. And very soon, he is coming to break down that scandal. So all you need to know about that stinking, sale of hotels, scandal by Snit, the or Moment of Truth editorial. Now you are made the NDC and U segment number. Kwesi they train me, Papa John Dramani Mahama. Jumedi Stronko Mahama conversations on the Ghana food in Como or can send Pia a Yamino Minua. I was here jebre na ye chrim. No be a went to me and I will hear him put. But Brofocasa need to want Tiasiano. What to me at Tiasiana, Boa Mwatu Obama, John Mahama, and the NDC comes 7th December 2024. Now we have answer the Moment of Truth. And NDC and you, Bebreono, we are going for the recap. What are we recapping today? Last week, there was a historic mammoth demonstration in Accra. Demonstration, you know about Uchesinia, your friend Yvonne Nelson, a leader. And there were the likes of DKB, John Dumelo, and many other patriotic Ghanaians at that demonstration. What was their message? Almost the Doomso must stop now. We're bringing you the key highlights, pictures, videos, and some of the critical speeches that were delivered at that demonstration. And the recap, Imami, but Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa will be joining me for the Moment of Truth editorial. Shall we, Mami CCI?
Sammy, miaro miara endo miaro miara ejumeye hinabeye miaro miara endo miara obrei hinabebo miaro miara endo miara Sammy besini fenwa miara Sammy miara Sammy besini fenwa miara Sammy besini fenwa miara Obrai besini fenwa miara endo miara Sammy besini fenwa miara Sammy miara Sina besini fenwa
The light is not stable. Even in my house, I remember 2 days ago, I was going for an interview and the lights went off when I was dressing up. So I don't think the light is stable now. I know my friends, I have a best friend called Karen. She lives at Kaswa. 5 times in a week, her light is off.
So if you're Ghanaian and you're feeling the heat, well, me, I'm feeling the heat because doomsday is happening, and I'm here to voice out the pressure. I know.
You pose yourself as a neutral, and I believe you. We do this. Okay, we did it in NDC time. NDC said, when they do it again to get our rights, they are nowhere to be found. Of course, you know that you show particular and you benefited from it, so therefore, you can't come and bite the hand that feeds. All I want to say is, listen, there's no problem showing political colors. Some of us are neutrals. We don't care. You come out to speak at the right time. So don't act like a neutral when you're not. Because it's annoying, it's deceptive. Where are they? You show their political colors.
That's all we are asking for. Find money to buy the fuel. Find money to keep the lights on. Give us a timetable. We know you don't have the money because you squandered it, but just give us a timetable so that we can plan our lives. It's as simple as that. Other than that, just get out.
Swabo, seka sedum swaba, ebise wancha sedum swaba, seka sedum swaba, ebino musedeni, jidum sorry, every say aze, ejumemo, adisumu, rehawa maima, nansuanoba, jum, so, jum, swabo. Seka sedum swaba, ebise wancha sedum swaba, seka sedum swaba, ebino musedeni, jidum sorry, every say aze.
Yes, that was the Doomsday Must Stop Vigil. Yade abaso bosron ko be me nuaba Evil Nelson. Ghana ade ba ko a ho aye napa is consistency. To have people who will not be changing their positions because governments and regimes are changing. And maybe atwem oni ne nuanom bi eyo ye kire abadum so say a enam so e ma Yewura Mahama e promises that he will fix Doomsday, and he fixed Doomsday. And then enyama hoden no Yewura Mahama da romanti Ghana ye nyakra ma na broso am MPP for bono so bro for excess power. Why must we continue to suffer under this Doomsday, self-inflicted Doomsday aban we akriti in the time wa omo ankasa se Mahama ama yenkeni ama na broso? It is because of ineptitude, recklessness and mismanagement. Na de yakra ne se o kase aban no enyintum se problem wo ho na omuntu problem no ho anamompa na yenso Doomsday ano na yedi watem the timetable kra no and that's why for hwe enyinama hoden so but yopoku prempo try mpoa se ye pe Doomsday timetable we should publish our own timetable. This is why this demonstration was needed. NDC for enyuma bi nti ye mu bi yentumi anko ba yeda yenua ba Yvonne Nelson ase ye bona ba so Henry Oseakoto yenua Jantuanom, all the progressive forces who joined. DKB, your message was very powerful. Ye bona ba so yenko so nya ne sa. It is about Ghana. It is not about NDC, it is not about MPP. Electricity is a right, lives depend on it. And when say John Mahama ye bibia and never see any Kenya. Na sikedie basa to say PDS inti mismanagement, recklessness, esla sika ye ne basa inti doom so ha. We must speak up, we must protest, and when citizens do it, we must support them. Inti ene yetu chema Yvonne Nelson and all those who attended this historic demonstration. Now, I'm also say at the moment of truth editorial and bro. Inti after this montage, my guest will take over. Bedasi. Sure. Yes, so this is the moment of truth. Medical catch said today we are talking about the stinking sale of hotels, you know, scandal involving snakes. And to do justice to the issue is none other than the Member of Parliament for the good people of North Tongue, Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa is on set. Honorable Yamakwaba.
Comrade, good to see you. How are you
Good
doing?
to see you too. I'm good. Now
My Boma Baso, Ejimapa Moya.
Thank you.
Nyamin Shramo.
Thank you.
Yenina Ghana for Yana NDC for the Moya no. Yenejepa na Monkososa na yenim se enche Yeria John Dramani Mahama obeba bejeyen na the yenina yeshishe say about political leadership is about progress, it's about transformation. Say na mine be ye na yenina ye ho atoyen ye bompa ye say President Mahama Ghana for December 7 2024 omo be ye de esese omo ye ahonchire na aba sure be a dollar no war. Sure the levels of corruption, the levels of impunity. I mean, omo ye na se uchi omo krana na omo ye no more. I mean, this is not the kind of leadership that the Ghanaian people deserve. Ghana and Chebia na we were the shining example, the model nation. Now so Shebia Yedru. As ranking member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, I feel so embarrassed. Bibia or international meetings, if you say, then they see more IMF program now, so share the level of depreciation of your currency. You are not paying your debt. Now, so share the ecoso. You know, you have been declared bankrupt. You have been declared insolvent. I mean, the continuous losses at the Bank of Ghana. I mean, nobody understands what is going on. The time to rescue this nation is now. And Chebiana area President John Dramani Mahama can assembly. And I think we all have to reflect on that. Or say election way no. And yet NDC versus MPP. And yet Ghana versus the MPP.
Very
Ghana.
profound.
Very profound. Interna me so me person me bought Yvonne Nelson Abaso because consistency has become very rare. Omunya na omu join in. The last time, it was a conscious effort not to join her this time because the last time, man could be. The other end, I caught this time. Me say me are consistent. Me say me who said neutrals no mobile bunting at the time, claiming they were neutrals. So I wanted to see if we will see them. So now it was about MPP politics, not about the nation. You know, like us, come out, identify yourself, chest out boldly. And pursue partisan politics. But don't hide under neutrality. It turns out a deception, just hatred, ethnocentrism, and all of that. Nothing on principle, nothing on nation building, on progress. It's all about self-interest.
Even when we
self-gain.
We can't even get a doomsday timetable. Quiet. And hospitals are being disconnected and lives are being affected.
Lives are being lost. Businesses are collapsing.
Honorable, thanks for having you. Thanks for having you. Not long for me here.
Oh, nyamiadom. On say spillage na VR for omukose ya no ahaye pa me ne okasa say ye nuanom aguso mo awo tent mo yatumi esi a dying mienu ama omo for the first 600 omo enyin so no ya to me say insio no according to every city into to me anya rental accommodation at the senior citizens so that they can have decent, because insio no and these tents are not for the rainy season. None, so the rest who remain in the tents, as I said, are buying. This is so embarrassing. It is a national disgrace. It's a disaster of this scale, on this magnitude. Now, up to now, are buying enye hunshye. Omunsi dine ba kukra. Yen as Ghana for Abuabwa yehon MP are mobilizing for to me sit down in 7 weeks. Ye sit down former President Mahama ebe commission ye. And yet sitting president our warrior resources anka say yen tam $58 million. Na yanko tuamuna the world's most expensive pit. I know there. Uncle Maya da. As I say, now Carrie Summers for $6 million. Na David Ajaya for $28 million.
And that is a conversation we will have on this NDC 360 show.
Yeah, we have
the National Cathedral conversation. The next time I'll be to be on that topic. But let me also congratulate you for the good job you're doing, not only for your constituency. Our constituency, the YN of Honumpo, bro, Adrian and Tiasia. So, but for the anti-corruption fight you have taken on and the courage with which you are doing this work, not for the NDC, not for your constituency, but for Mother Ghana. The NDC is proud to have you, and Ghanaians are proud to have voices of conscience like you. But today, Ghana, the whole world wants to understand. The NDC was net. What is this whole scandal about the sale of hotels about? Jebre, the time is yours, the screen is yours, Nafayefa, the scandal.
Me da se. Ma menche obia. Yenyina yenim se SNET, the Social Security and National Insurance Trust. Ye ejuma se as Ghanaian workers under Ghanaian law, no. Embrano. As I said, we are at your contribution to SNET. And Juma say in your prime, na SNET for or more contribution at the end of every month. Now, sa contribution, no, na SNET for your investment. If you say you will be your friend of retirement age, drew 60. For large sections of the workforce. And I say, maybe I only a little contract. Constitution, let's say, first 2 years, another 2 years, 1 year. It's 65. Now, wako, retirement. Wako jiwa home. Ejumadena uye your sacrifice, your toil, your sweat, no. Who expect to say investment na SNET for ayano. Sa investment, no, ebe shell. Ubenya bibi a your friend of pensions. Enti asem we are discussing no. About ye nyina. Enye omo omenyi nkwa omo retirement. Affect yenso ye ejuma sesei. Imebunu ye ejuma. Affect omo school omo hope say. Enche even though the unemployment rate is at an all-time high. 14.7% INC. But we are all hoping, sir, who raise school. Fortunately, President John Dramani Mahama, Oba Nase, the 24-hour economy, to me, created 3-shift system. Now you are resolving the unemployment crisis. Unya ejuma no. You expect, sir, as a young person, after all those sacrifices, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, of hard work, no? Retire, your contributions will come back to you in good form. Unfortunately, and Chebia na ILO for issue a damning report on SNET. So who says SNET for mismanagement of contributions na as Ghanaian workers. One sisa the omo year was net ho. Yanshe year by 2036. Omun to me enter pensions. say ye call retirement. Inti asem we are here discussing, it is so important, it's so crucial, and any partisanship. Sebi, workers' contributions, no, at the end of the month, yembisa say we NDC ni and we MPP ni, and about pensions for retirees are yen check it with party card. Inti the year discussing and then no, it's about workers, it's about survival, it's about livelihoods, it's about the youth, it's about the aged. It's a very, very, very important matter. The theme of editorial way unpacking the stinking SSNIT scandal. SSNIT scandal no munyina mwate. Says SSNIT for hotels are omode your contributions. AC. La Badi Beach Hotel, La Palm Beach Hotel, Elmina Resort, Buzia Beach, Trust Lodge, Ridge Royale, hotels where a wooding iconic brands Ablakwa Ghana since 1975. Profitable hotels. SSNIT for almost omo ton. Na kanana ne dream. Omo ton ediama. The current Minister for Food and Agriculture. That is the scandal. Ebane saying na Minister of Food and Agriculture. Sitting minister, current minister. On the blind side of Obia, Ankama intercepted documents are. Ankana Ghana for workers of Ghana, Omunim say. Hotels na share yenyina. You call retirement. The profit from these hotels. Ebesha yeso. Yebenya pensions no. Sena yedi ninyina hotels no edema the honorable champo. That is in summary the scandal. My yen discuss SSNIT. Then SSNIT. A Social Security and National Insurance Trust. Osha Ghana Mra, the first time I attempted say yebe regulate pension fund management was in 1972. NRC Decree 127. And set up the National Social Security Scheme. Now it was a scheme. It began on a pilot basis in 1972. By 1991, founder of the National Democratic Congress, the visionary Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings, God bless his soul, may he continue to rest in perfect peace. Onune ka say scheme no yen expande na embeye national into spearhead the PNDC law 247, and we had the Social Security Scheme as a provident fund established embeye national. 2008 under President Kufuor on also a pension reforms and at 766 that expanded the pension scheme. By expanding it, cap 30 they were brought under the scheme. In the latter part of his administration, into Professor Mills and implemented. And after Professor Mills, 2014, President Mahama Abreso, we had the National Pensions Amendment Act at 883. Until you see the history from 1972, we say your president, say pension there, a very important issue. President Nankasa, or expect to say, or call retirement, or better me pensions as survive because retirement, I want I feel now juma. Until your presidents from 1972, they have really prioritized the issue of pensions. Are proposing legislation to strengthen our social security and national insurance trust. Now, how does SSNIT operate? OSHA Act 766 Section 3.1 of Act 766, law no say, contributions to the scheme. An employer of an establishment shall deduct from the salary of every worker in the establishment immediately at the end of the month a worker's contribution of an amount equal to 5.5% of the worker's salary for the period, irrespective of whether or not the salary is actually paid to the worker. What your employer must pay to SNIT. Usha Section 3 to say an employer of an establishment shall pay for each month in respect of each worker an employer's contribution of an amount equal to 13% of the worker's salary during the month.
I just say you are talking about SNIT.
Yeah.
Baby omunyo musika free.
Yes.
Ghana adwumayefo.
Yes.
And ye tete e de ma wo mo.
Sebi enye CEO na owo ho aye friend of Mr. Kofi Osafumafo. Oye senior minister ba. Enye ne sika ana Osafumafo for busiafo sika. Na omode running SNIT. Eye mene wo ye sika.
Oh, I see.
Ghanaian workers. Ye nyina. Intia na asem we eye so important. Enye MPP ana NDC asem. Ana CPP or PPP asem. Eye Ghana for nyina. Ye nyina. Into your contributions at the end of the month from workers, from employers, and air cost net for her. Okay. That's very, very important. Okay. Section 3 of Act 766, Emrano are explaining how it works. Now, SNIT for Omwaji Yesikano, and then I say so Omodi Sikano ye. Again, OSHA National Pensions Act, Act 766. Sir Omoji Sikana, Kofi Osafumafo, Director General and all his people are SNIT. Omoji Sikana, Section 175 say, a trustee or pension fund manager shall invest pension contributions received under this act in order to obtain safe and fair returns on the amount invested. Enti Omoji Sikano your contributions no, Sikano enya omodia. And so say omode etu bank account keke wa unim say Ghana ye depreciation aya cost no o jasi kanu wo bank mo 3 months time abeshi anka o 100,000 cedis just a year ago you can probably osisa you have in terms of dollars, you can get about maybe 15 to $20,000. They say only half of that amount. Enti Emrano say as I say SNIT for no omoji sikana omoye investment. Strategic investment a day. Look at the word that the lawmaker uses to obtain safe and fair returns on the amount invested. Into investment, you know, as I said, we join hopa na a year safe. Now the returns too must be fair. And you say what your contributions? She said na Ghanaian workers. Yenye na yenim say ya ketu anu krano. Endru bebia. Answer na you get to the middle of the month. Now usikasa. Into after all of these sacrifices, now what sika? The law says that SNIT for, as I said, making sure say you invest safely, and the returns too must be fair, because nipa na ye juma hoping say or retire SNIT for move to me action so. That is how SNIT works. Usha the penalty under the law no from section 64 of the law. One tier will SNIT contribution, we a worker, and now we employer. You can be fined and you can be jailed up to 5 years. Inti asemna ye kano enye agrona yedi. Your employers are ya round omo up say one tier will contribution. Ya do omo court. Ya fine omo. Ebi kra ako jail. Even workers have been fined and jailed say you have not paid your contributions. Until all kind section 64 renti me pese me kind but section 64 but to show say there is a penalty for non-payment of contribution. It's a serious matter.
Very serious.
Enye ade ayedi di agro. This net contributions, you can't joke with it. Say no, yen share SNET or more investment portfolio. Say yen na ati SNET for no or more JSICA as I say or more the year investment. It has to be safe. It has to be fair. It is SNET or more investment portfolios. It is kind of more free hono or more they share various businesses. Or share banking and finance or more National Trust Holding Company or more 43.48% shares. Ghana International Bank PSC London or more shares will move 15%. Fidelity Bank in Crawford Bebre Nimse SNET for our shares will move 13.58%. Universal Merchant Bank, SNET for more investee Sika.
So, and these are Ghana for Sika.
Ghana for Sika. Ghanaian workers. And more investment. Because according to the law, no, and says more Jessica no, and says more invested into Consumer Finance Company, Exim Guarantee, Export Finance, CDH Financial Holdings, FOS Aluminium, Best Block, Oba the manufacturing sector, Central Steel Limited, Temaloop Oil, Omo Investments, even those under restructuring, Granite and Marbles, Subre Industrial Plantation, Oshe Bridal Trust International, BMK Practice, Ningo Sword Limited, Danex Limited, in the pharmaceutical sector, Omo Investments, Oba Real Estate and Property Management, CCL Properties Limited, Ghana Industrial and Commercial Estate Limited, Ghana Hostels Limited. Award University of Ghana. Students, I hope you are seeing today. Say Ghana Hostels. No, yes, SNET for omusi. It is workers' money. MMC Property Management Limited. 90% shares. West Hills Ridge Company Limited. Switchback Developers. Trust. F-Line Properties Limited, RSS Developers, Trust Sports Emporium.
So all
of that, including the energy sector. Dumso Asama Yeka. SNET for Ghana workers' contributions and Omu invested in Senate Energy Limited, 126 megawatts capacity plant, October 2012. Under President Mahama, Yako Commission here, SNET for Sika. And so you see a lot of companies, including Simet, Ogwa, Hostel, Accra Abattoir, and Intercity STC Coaches Limited. And we know, interesting, Intercity STC Coaches Limited. And if the issue is about SNET investments are profitable, they are not making money. Anka Intercity STC Coaches Limited should be the first that SNET should be divesting itself, should be removing itself from it. Because in recent times, Nana Akomia, the huge losses are Omoya. And this claim said Omo divested from hotels just because of losses, no? It's questionable because we share a lot of the investments Omoya, no, and na Sebi, they are profitable currently, and yet they are not touching it. And say yamba SNET for Omo hotel investment portfolio.
Because this conversation is about hotels.
It's about hotels. Ente afeno mwenhu says SNET Omo a wide array of investment portfolios. But say no, you have been narrowed down to the current scandal, which has to do with SNET for Omo hotel investment portfolio. Omo ton Omo hotels no to the Honorable Brian Champon. Ente what are those hotels? Labadi Beach Hotel. Labadi Beach Hotel way. Very, very iconic. One of Ghana's foremost 5-star hotels. Labadi haya and what from her to Labadi. 5-star about 160 rooms. Omoton. 60% shares to the Honorable Brian Champon. Omoton La Palm Beach Hotel. She La Palm. La Palm no. Esunchen Labadi cry. Omo more rooms. Yeba conference facilities. There is no hotel in Ghana. We show the capacity of conference facilities, banqueting facilities. La Palm investment, Ghanaian workers investment. SNET for Aye or La Palm. No hotel comes close in terms of banqueting, conferencing facilities. Ton La Palm, Ediama, Honorable Brian Champon. Buzia Beach Hotel, Buzia Beach, and also ton Oshe Ridge Royal, a walk Cape Coast.
Hey.
They say Oko Central Regional, the best hotel, a Ridge Royal. Massive investments have been made in Ridge Royal.
Good.
And also Omoton.
All these hotels.
All these hotels.
Yetoma MPP minister.
MPP minister.
Okay.
Onunkwa Brian Chapo. Enti the Obroni friend of state capture. Samoate state capture. This is state capture unfolding before our very eyes in the most crude form. Elmina Beach Resort, so Omoton. Elmina Beach Resort, one of the very iconic hotels. We call Central Region. My friend of Bejaya, very popular with students of the University of Cape Coast. Those are in our celebrated secondary schools. Omo Tong Ediama, the Honorable Bra Champo. Ente Ebanesaina Yete say Omo To hotels way Ediama Honorable Bra Champo. Ente Krata way Eda Social Security and National Insurance Trust Omo letterhead so. Dated 27th March 2024. Signed by Kofi Osafo Mafo. Oye at the time, Deputy Director General, IDD. At that time, no, now I'm promoting no ye. On say and Chebia and Omo Pame and the boss, Mr. Tim Crane, you are pointing to say on take you over. Many insiders have said, sir, almost suspected, say because of this deal, because now managing director, no, now he was fit dragging, now it wasn't sitting well in his conscience.
MPP was from
Neba, or no, what take you over? Or yet Deputy Director General, no, he was really interested in this deal, or pursue deal, no. Into 27 March 2024, Ochro Krataway, Ekoma, Ridge Royal Hotel for the minority shareholders. Say, Omo Tong, Omo Hotel. Now, they have noticed, say, Ridge Royal, Omo ni 100% ownership. Their minority shareholders are Omunyana are 5%. And the leading minority shareholder, your friend company, no, Vanef. According to shareholder agreement signed on the 1st of April 1999, under the shareholder agreement, no, any shareholder who wants to divest of his shares, no, as I said, we discuss a shareholders meeting. And informing more. We didn't do that earlier. This letter was as a result of a protest because Ridge Royal for ETA from the grapevine said Omo Ton hotels no without their knowledge. And Omo protest and Snid for Eka said okay, yeah, Mamo, the first right. You have 45 days. And it emerged in this letter say prospective buyer no a Rock City Hotel.
Okay.
Rock City Hotel. And at the valuation of SNI's 60% stake in Ridge Royal Hotel, $8.4 million.
Okay.
Now, after the $8.4 million,
this is just one of the 6 hotels.
One of the 6 hotels. Capital expenditure projected for the refurbishment of the hotel, $2 million.
Okay.
And to much to the minority shareholders, say, Mom Pese Yebeton Hotel now. So more $8.4 million and $2 million. So that means $10.4 million. Mumfambra. Now, Senate for the year, you diversity. We don't want to have control.
MPP minister.
One first number, you Toma Bracham on the say or no dear or Wanisika or you're ready. Into more 45 days. One family sikan ba, Brachampo si or no dear Nisika na you're ready. Into or to. Into let away and I intercept here. And no the Mayeti say, oh, Sena Parliament, the yen Yanti, or Mumba, be any disclosure. Yeah, Sena or more town hotels. And I make her say, say omo ton Ridge Royal and then I koso wo labadi na la pa na enti me decide say me kum na yehundi e koso and it opened a can of worms and me dey told you say hey snake for ya chemo more ton your hotels on our blind side Mon catcher Ghana for Ghanaian workers have not been informed. They don't have a buy-in. They have not been consulted. Until 17th May 2024, and I'm a year expose, no, me publish a year. Wow, name send a year, no, you know, detailed write-up. Until 19th May 2024, my name says Snate for Mutumiko Ejuma Sunday. 19th May. Sunday, one say which your more now watch and Sunday kwesi ada one kwa sorry omoko ejuma and President Mahama 24-hour economy they started implementing okay. So this was their statement. I see. And statement way are very revealing. Make kind just the first 2 paragraphs. It is Snate response to Honorable Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa's comments on sale of hotels. The attention of the management of Social Security and National Insurance Trust, SNET, has been drawn to a discussion on Metro TV's Good Morning Ghana program on Friday, 17 May 2024. The discussion partly covers SNET's strategic decision to divest 60% of its stake in 6 hotels in its investment portfolio. The management of SNET wishes to comment as follows. 1. The trust is seeking to partner a strategic investor to raise capital to invest in the hotels and also assist in their management. 2. The primary objective of finding a strategic investor is to increase efficiency. Muntie this side very well, very, very carefully. The primary objective of finding a strategic investor is to increase efficiency, profitability, shareholder value, and the long-term sustainability of the SNET pension scheme. In the statement we asked SNET for the told you, almost say, almost a strategic investor. Obia obeba beboa omo. Obia ode sika beba. Obia ode efficiency beba. Obia obe dane hotels no na ababe ye profitability. Into what kind of statement we are obe join say hotels ni nyina ye losses. Hotels ni nyina egu omo boka. Okay. Into omo hia strategic investor or then the sika beba be shemu now the efficiency and our profitability asem as net for tougher and no enti honorable Brian Champion ni ono na owo magic wand ono na owo efficiency no owo sika owo vision. Okay. Minister for Food and Agriculture, member of Parliament for Abetifi. Okay. Ono na oye the shareholder, sole shareholder, and the sole beneficial owner, and then one of 2 directors of Rock City Hotel Limited.
Now, honorable, I don't know the battery and HSS saying, Chimame.
Sole
shareholder, no.
Rock City Hotel, no. Company profile, ni. Rock City Hotel, we no. Honorable Brian Champon, Nidia.
Niura, no.
Niura. Until Oshe, these are articles of incorporation from the Register of Companies, Rock City Hotel Limited. OBA company, no, 28 April 2016. Services are Omoye, or Kachire Omose, Omoye Hospitality Services. Directors, no, Eye Mienu, Obabi are your friend Rosemary Clotte. And the Honorable Brian Champon.
So you're director, so
or you're director.
So you're Jumayeni company, no?
Jumayeni
in the sense of Yanedia.
And a sense of Yanedia.
I see.
O share documents now. On no ankasa, your bad shareholders are on or yet the sole shareholder. And a bad beneficial ownership so into company way or more profit. Or munya sika, Nina Eco Honorable Brian Champon.
I see.
Nidia.
Okay.
And documents now are intercepted from Registrar General. No? Ye bisa omo ye further check say. On say ebia wo register no. O na ye director, o na ye shareholder no ebia na nema sisan later. Ana o ba government mo nti wa relinquish wo interest. Ye check ni nyina. Ye say Honorable Brian Champon unlike Ken Oforiatta Minister of Finance, obey Minister of Finance no. Or no, they are relinquishing the interest.
Yes, just on paper, bisa.
Just on paper, bisa. Yeah,
yeah.
But OPSC
Ville, they on paper.
Oh yeah, OPSC Ville na obecheno. So on one na benefiting. But Brian, on no there, he didn't even make any attempt into on one or yet the sole beneficial
so let's see
owner.
the other things. Okay.
Enti yede asem way they told you no. Honorable Brian Champon, the first and only interviewer was granted. Obeka say ono de company no where you know Ephraim are all concentrating on food and agriculture.
Oh, yes, yatepa.
And I was Joy FM.
Okay.
Enti ono de directors be and onye involved in day-to-day management. Hotels are more tokra no de ono de be otiwo radio so. Enye me na meka kra na anka. Until cry because onye involved. He is not or a non-executive director. Omuntiano ka onko ejuma onko ho into Rock City for the omoya no. He is not aware. Very shocking. Very, very shocking. But okasa asem no. And me intercept a letter away from the Edina Traditional Council.
Okay.
Oman hini ankasa of Edina Traditional Area. Nana Kojo Kundia the 6th. Maximum respect. Ebo ni nyina I say yedima Nana Medemano. Ono na ochro crat away to the Director General of SNIT and the Chief of Staff at the Jubilee House. Or say, DSS, settlement of Golden Beach Resort land at Elmina. Nana say, it has come to the notice of the Edina Traditional Council that the Golden Beach Resort, Elmina, has been offered for sale. This is when Honorable Brian Champo, Member of Parliament for Abetifi constituency, visited the site with the investors.
Okay.
Our main concern is that the land on which the resort is situated is a property of the Edina Traditional Council. We are therefore calling your attention so that we all could solve the matter amicably. Yours faithfully. Nana signing a signature. Fefefe. Nana Kojo Kundia the 6th. Enti Nana say. Nana say. Oh, Honorable Brian Champon. On any investors. Or Barney Mainso Elmina Beach Hotel. Omo call around inspection. Catch your say. Omo na omo better hotel.
Brian Champon Nankasa.
Brian Champon Nankasa. Enti asema Brian Champon car was radio so say. Ono de onka ho oni time other directors and omo ye omo transaction no enye no credit nana I expose
Oman hene
ankasa with his own signature Oman hene amma ne chairman and ne secretary answer ono ankasa or say me hu Brian Champon obaye ono na all supervisory transaction until that is exposed. Now what are the constitutional breaches? Adentina Ghana for organized labor, academics, anti-corruption crusaders, civil society organizations, Ghanaian workers, Obia Ekase, the Ekosono, Eye time, and ye. What kind Article 284 of the 1992 Constitution, Ghana, your supreme law of the land. Constitution will say a public officer shall not put himself in a position where his personal interest conflicts or is likely to conflict with the performance of the functions of his office. Conflict of interest is a very serious matter. We a cabinet minister. Omo taking the decision say ye turn SNIT hotels. And ye cabinet. Until uo insider information. Muna mo taking decision say okay SNIT ye mamo approval because there is no way SNIT be a transaction way without cabinet.
Cabinet approval, yeah.
It's not possible. Because Omanpe and our appointee board chairman, Yemame Elizabeth Ohene, and Che and the President Mahama, no, you're very vocal talking about all these issues.
Writing articles.
BBC, you know, say, why you doing? Since this scandal, Yen Tinekabium, you know, all her beautiful write-ups have disappeared. President Akufo-Addo, no or appointee CEO, no. Majority of the board members. And there is no way these appointees will take a decision without cabinet approval. Honorable Brian Champon would take cabinet.
Yes, or you're a referee, sounds like a player.
Sounds like a player.
I said, what to be that?
Almost it's need for say almost bid process. There was a tender and all of that. How can you compete with Obia or Noankasa na or tongue or insider information? How can you compete? And over Article 78(3) of the 1992 Constitution. Article 78, Yachro Hope say, a minister of state shall not hold any other office of profit or emolument, whether private or public, and whether directly or indirectly, unless otherwise permitted by the Speaker, acting on the recommendations of a committee of Parliament on the ground of A, that holding that office will not prejudice the work of a minister, and B, that no conflict of interest arises or will arise as a result of the minister holding that office.
Okay.
Into OSHA Article 78.3, we a minister, not say we a business, who holding an office of profit, who engage in any transaction, we have permission from the Speaker. OSHA is standing orders are standing order 224. There is a committee known as a committee of members holding profit. As I said, we apply. Now you assess it. You say, hey, we a cabinet minister, hotel, we don't go there. They will advise you, say, where they want to meet. The Speaker on my permission. Honorable Brian Champon, one apply, one comply with this provision.
So Ghana, ya mamra so.
With your validity.
Now we so Article
98 so the same provision for members of Parliament.
Okay.
So we a member of Parliament. Now say we person who hold an office of profiter, we have permission from the Speaker.
Okay.
Because Speaker and the committee of members holding profit must do the investigation and be sure. And omuye constant checks. And you say omuma permission omu akwakoda. There is a very internal. The committee is chaired by the second deputy Speaker of Parliament. It's a very serious committee, and they are always looking into your transactions. Exactly. Say your Parliament. You say you be. Ebia ratify international agreement be a business be beba na wafa na ushem na wako register company na would person who take the interest, the benefits, personal gain. Indiana constitution no I raise these safeguards to protect us from conflict of interest. Honorable Brian Champon one comply with all of those constitutional provisions and yeah checks you're obtaining the list. So far, 47 ministers and MPs, and now apply as Speaker, the certificate. Honorable Brian Champon on the 47 MPs. Now, this is also a letter from Eshan Anderson Yeboah Obin and Co. Unlimited. Krataway dated 10th May 2024. The lawyers of Ridge Royal Hotel are raising the violations of the shareholder agreement. And it's a transaction way no. Or more violating numerous laws. There is a litany of breaches.
The lawyers have also
lawyers.
Okay.
Okay. Lawyers no from Eshan Anderson Yeboah Obi and Co. Or more say Snake for or more violating the shareholders agreement of 1st April 1999. Almost a serving notice or more be court.
Okay.
Into this letter, that is what it says. 10th May 2024. Now. Organized labor, also I issue statement. 20th May 2024. Organized labor, strongly worded statement. Statement where almost copy the president at the Jubilee House. Almost say organized labor's position in the proposed sale of 60% of SNI's stake in its investment hotels. And what in Mecca in term. At a meeting held today, 20th May 2024, the workers' representatives on the board of trustees of SNIT briefed the top leadership of organized labor.
Okay, organized labor.
Dr. Yauba Onona Odano. Omo issue statement we. Into almost say at that meeting, free meeting of reps. Almost organized labor. Were 4 members on the board of SNIT. Into free meeting. Me expose we no and almost say hey then na cost na ye nim say almost turn your hotels into almost free almost reps into at that meeting no let me continue the workers representatives informed the leadership that they had collectively raised objections to the process and had advised that the process be halted. Can you believe this? Workers reps on the board SNIT board no almost say almost the same way say SNIT 4% almost turn hotels almost advises say omunjai.
Okay.
Omutu omufu say omunjai. Omun halty process no. Enya dia omubepene. They didn't know that it was continuing. These are the concerns by organizers. We find it extremely difficult to understand why one SNIT interest in 6 hotels will be packaged and sold as if all the hotels are in the same financial situation. Very fantastic point. Hotels, no, 6 hotels, we know, they are not all in the same financial situation. Ebi are very profitable. Ebi were profitable a few years ago because of bad management. President Akufo-Addo bad appointments into a hotel like La Palm, which has always been profitable, suddenly is making losses because of bad management. I put out a memo recently on La Palm. Acting managing director, or say wababe acting, just ni bonus for acting, no, or pay $18,000. Why won't La Palm collapse? Sebi president, or even vice president, when he acts as president, does he ask for that bonus? $3,000 a month, $18,000. Why won't it collapse? Brilliant point by organized labor. Point number 2, almost say, the original proposal of the sale of SNIT interest in 6 hotels has now reduced to 4. We hold the view that this renders the whole process null and void. SNIT for almost started procurement process. Almost can say, almost turn 6 hotels. Almost divested 60% in 6 hotels. Brad Champon buy our year the assessment. No, they all say or selected 4 of the best out of the 6. Or call around on who say Buziani Trust Lodge. No, a small and you're running it down. Until no, they all say on pet. Until selected 4, they are juicy. Yeah, profitable. Papa na woman. Organized labor, according to our procurement laws,
it renders
the whole process null and void.
What is the third point?
Third point, the proposed payment terms varied from the original MOU based on the recommendation of the transaction advisor. Okay. Payment terms, no, the branch or say obetiano, different. Enti Yamano sweetheart deal. Say ono de ombetua de ope low figure. And later on mubehu evidence of that. We also find it difficult to understand why SNIT interest in these hotels should be sold to a company owned by a minister of state. We do not think that this is right. Organized labor therefore demands.
And this is not Honorable Okudzeto, Ablakwa or NDC. These are the workers of Ghana.
Workers of Ghana.
Okay.
And Menyami Sammy Gyamfi President Mahama. There is no NDC person. We, organized labor, therefore demands that the process of the sale of SNIT's interest in the hotels be cancelled immediately. We are calling on the minister responsible for pensions to direct the board of trustees of SNIT to cancel the process immediately. Otherwise, we will advise ourselves. We count on your cooperation. And wait, Dr. Yauba, Secretary General of Trade Unions Congress, or no signing here. Dr. Isaac Bampoado, Chairman of the forum, closer for Omupanyimpa, or no signing, and they copied all the workers' representatives on the Senate Board of Trustees. Okay. This is 20th May 2024. 2024, year June, President Akufo-Addo has still not cancelled this transaction. Okay. Osha other Ghanaians are opposite the deals. Clockstack wants net. You dare not sell our hotels to Brad Champon. Professor Yanka Onosua Kasa or say government officials acquiring state properties morally wrong. Okay. Civil society coalition against corruption. Adam Senanomo Dr. Pupuni Asante of CDD. Omunyana say enye eye time. As I said, deal will ye cancel. Now, interestingly, no. You're intercepting more documents. Into hotel where I ton, hotel where I ton. Hotels who I ba ton no. Akufo-Addo are buying. Omo say omo ton no sir. Omo best selected transaction advisor. Ama waba beton amaye.
Into Akufo-Addo obi ama na beton hotel na amaye.
Yeah. Into Akufo-Addo or they omo ton crowd omo to me ton. Just say omo ope obofufo. Ente ansana yabe losing hotels no Ghana yesika 7.1 million $500,000 $491,986 has been paid to a company known as Sem Capital to be transaction advisors. Omo advise sale no.
Boya my aton SNIT
hotels so Brad Champon.
Almost $500,000.
Yes. At today's exchange with 7.1 million. Ade a mo ton
1 billion OCD.
Yeah. Ade a mo ton amamo ho. Mo nim say mo de ma Brad Champon. One mo na tina ho. Our cabinet ho. And also mo to me no direct.
I just say
mo ko sika fufro. Okay. For a transaction advisor.
But who's the documents in the doors? It take us through.
It's the documents in the doors. Now, documents now you intercept here no. Almost yes selection of some capital no. One of the panel members objective or see where the air time into on signing. And it is also part of the collection of documents. You better upload the documents when you ama.
We'll put it on NDC 362.
It not or more person will follow. Interestingly, in the selection of the transaction advisor, no, may detect a conflict of interest. Or baby, your friend, no. Where are the directors? Directors, no. These are the profile of the transaction advisors. Hamdiya Ismaila. That's the name I'm looking for. Hamdiya Ismaila. One of the directors of SEM Capital. Now, at the time, this company, the contract to select the winner, to advise on the transaction. Now, general manager of the Venture Capital Trust Fund.
Okay.
Venture Capital Trust Fund, an agency under the Ministry of Finance.
Into a more mobile boy, I'm at hotel.
Yeah.
I buy crop when people
I buy crop for Akufo-Addo appointees.
I see. What is the next document?
It's interesting conflict of interest.
Hamdiya Ismaila.
General Manager, Venture Capital Trust Fund.
Okay.
It's very, very interesting.
Okay.
Now, you're intercepting more documents. These are financial statements of Labadi Beach Hotel.
Okay.
Meaning, what kind of SNIT statement? Your viewers back here, the first date statement of 19th May, Sunday statement, no? Because see other statement, no? Moka say, Omupe obi boa because hotels are not profitable, Omupe capital injection, Omupe gesture of efficiency. Meaning, financial statements are intercepted. Financial statement way, ABR audit firm BI you have setting up a few days ago. We are the globally reputable Deloitte. Send out Deloitte for Omu auditors for Labadi Beach Hotel. Now, financial statement are intercepted from 2017 all the way to 2023. Meaning, send out Labadi Beach Hotel is so profitable. COVID time 2020. And Omoye just a 1.2 million CD loss. On Enokrano, they were able to make gross profit. It was when they paid salaries, and it came to losses. You see how profitable.
These are all profit by saying, if you can rush.
These are all the financial statements.
Those controlling the screen. If you can rush through the documents,
you notice that profit now Omoye in 2022, 70.7 million. 2023, last year, according to Deloitte, they made a profit of 158 million Ghana cedis. Can you believe that? 158 million Ghana cedis. Hotels are mostly profitable. Obia Obeba injected capital to make it profitable. This is Deloitte, the globally reputable audit firm, confirming say Labadi Beach Hotel is very, very profitable. You better upload all the financial statements and you will see how profitable Labadi Beach Hotel is. Very, very profitable. The yaya summary of Labadi Beach Hotel's profitability, until you analyze Deloitte financial statements, and you see the profitability. 2017, Labadi Beach Hotel profit omoye 33.2 million. 2018, 39.3 million. 2019, 48 million. 2020, because of COVID, and they made losses. But even that, there are few hotels in the world. Just a year after COVID, 2021. When COVID was not even fully gone, they were back to making profit, 4.8 million. 2022, 70.7 million. And then 2023, 158.4 million. In addition to this, Deloitte for SA, Labadi Beach Hotel for Omuwo, reserve cash, Sika, they just reserved in 5 bank accounts, local banks. 54 million. Into Omuye liquid.
That's Labadi Beach Hotel.
Labadi Beach Hotel.
Okay.
In addition to that, Labadi Beach Hotel, last year, Omutia dividends, after all this profit, they paid dividends to SNIT and now to government 25 million.
Last year
Ghanaian
alone.
media I report here November 15, 2023. Labadi Beach Hotel pays 25 million dividend to SNIT. Before then, March 2, 2023, Labadi Beach Hotel presents 10 million dividends to SNIT. Look at their profitability. These are the money, sir. As Ghanaian workers.
All right.
When we retire, we can get our
The
pensions.
bottom line is a Labadi Beach Hotel now. Yes, say omunyina omo da form enya no cre omo sika bebre
profit omo dividends. In addition to that, Labadi Beach Hotel omo management omo so profitable that they are doing a lot of good work too, and I salute them for that. Osha omo corporate social responsibility profiler. Last year omo ko wager the leprosarium yen anoma sabi omoye challenged or omo leprosy, they've been affected by leprosy. Labadi Beach staff echo share omo 299,000
company na here tonso
they were able to do this.
Okay.
A year before 68,000. And Yenshe awards Labadi Beach Hotel are winning in recent years. 5-star Hotel of the Year 2019 and 2021. SIMA Marketing Awards 2019, 2020, and 2022. Africa's most respected CEO for the year 2021 awarded to the managing director of Labadi Beach. The whole Africa, because of profitability, they won an international award. Most customer-oriented hotel of the year, 5-star category 2023. Conference and banqueting team of the year, 5-star category 2023. Many people don't know that Oshe Labadi Beach Hotel or conference and banqueting team. Majority of the diplomatic missions, as ranking member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, I know, say at least 40 of them, omo cocktails, national days, Labadi Beach Hotel for
all these awards.
All these awards. Most digitalized hotel of the year, 5-star category. Most secure hotel of the year, most prestigious 5-star hotel of the year, 2023. Customer Service Excellence Award at the 6th Chamber of Commerce, where last week in award way this year, and now where is Rock City in all of these awards? Until Rock City ni Labadi no, why na more expertise to take care of the other? Who should be buying who?
Yes.
Meanwhile, no, GRA files are intercepted. Will you believe, say, they did not MPP for a year, so one of branch on there, or ye hotelier extraordinaire, or was some grand management skills. Sana. Osha Omo filings at GRA. Rock City is making losses. Can you believe that?
Omo Boka.
2023, Omo Boka, 1.7 million losses.
No. Brian the Champion Hotel na. Yes, Omo na ye hotels Ajenkwa. Omo na ye efficient. Omo GRA documents of the company. Brian a Champion MPP.
Yes.
Agree. Chesa ono so the hotel na Boka.
Boka. What? Incredible. 1.7 million losses. File number. This is a transaction ID. 20240403376961770.
No, I'm not sure this document
Rock City
is
Hotel.
Out.
Transaction type. Annual return. Last updated 3rd April 2024. Nipana GRS official our update your friend Sapon Boating. It's been approved by the GRA Director General. Latest filings. Tax. Meanwhile, Labadi Beach Hotel in Kwan taxes after paying the dividend of 25 million. Taxes of 20 million.
This is sad.
Meanwhile, Rock City NTR taxes they are making losses. So who should be saving who? Rock City and here Ajinkwa. Omona SSL Labadi Beach for. And who can Deloitte financial statement now? Almost say expertise now what Labadi Beach Hotel 40 years. You do more called the best hoteling universities across the world. You build on capacity. Expertise no more. I mean, Rock City rather needs them. Needs the management and the workers of these hotels that are being sold. Yamba Rock City's offer. Hotels now almost or more tongue no. Sika ben, figure ben, and the honorable Brian Champon or offer or say your beton sign. Again, memos are intercepted and your documents we speak to documents. It's OTA MB before Museo propaganda program where your propaganda show. We internal we have the slides, we have the documents that we project. These are authentic, irrefutable, unimpeachable, incontrovertible documents. Memos way every snit. Will you believe, sir? Snit for valuation now more year. Transaction advisor, ni valuers no. Almost say 4 hotels no. Should be going ideally, it should be going for 121.7 million. Nanso Bra Champon or say or no there 61 million pen obema. Can you believe that? Half into transaction way crano, there's no value for money. Not buying a was into and no crano or say or bet you over a 3-year period. I mean, incredible. And what I believe was going to happen, Anka ya intercepted documents when you know, Anka Sikana ebe free Labadi Beach Hotel no, and no na or the betiaka because Labadi Beach Hotel is so profitable, it can take care of all the other hotels. Totally ridiculous. Now, as I said, Ghana 40 years, yes, Rock City and SNET or more an unholy alliance. And Rock City has a track record of underpaying for the shares of SNET. Into documents where I intercepted every 2022 transaction. Into 2 years ago, into Bra Champon hotels are all SNET hotels, and then not start here. He's had his eye on these hotels for a long time. Into 2022, SNET for Omuwa Hotel a walk Kumasi, a friend of Kumasi catering guest house. Say almost is a dino to the Grand Regency Hotel. Would you believe that Grand Regency Hotel has SNET for almost 25% shares at 8.6 million? Bra Champon Okotoye for less than that, 7.4 million, below the valuation. Until he has a history of paying less, ignoring the real value,
the commercial price,
and he does not respect. He doesn't respect the valuation report or and we have minutes of the transaction. Okase, he will not even peg the transaction to the dollars. He will not pay the real value, and he even paid in installment over a long period, and is still paying. And we have also noticed, despite all the brouhaha and the protest by organized labor, no, you say Brian Champon is some capital for Omuguswa, Omo visitations.
In some way,
into your additional documents are intercepted showing that the transaction is alive and they are still engaging Rock City or more discussions. Now, interestingly, Assembly Air Kosono, then another angle emerged. You intercepted court documents about a very fierce battle going on between the Blay children, Freddie Blay, MPP national chairman, Nemba Aye from Kwawasuma Blay, Kwame Edinkama Blay, any omo business partner be Aye friend of Loic Divorce Junior, or a Belgian, half Ghanaian. They noticed how profitable Labadi Beach Hotel is. Until they came up with a business idea. A Loic any idea. Say, Labadi Beach Hotel no, omunko renti omo beachfront. If you say Ghana, Eponano, because President Akufo-Addo had declared a year of return. Into a lot of Ghanaians, Africans in the diaspora are coming home. Into Ombeye entertainment show, entertainment extravaganza. Into Omuko renti. And as part of the joint venture agreement, between Lloyd Divas Jr., Kwawasima Oble, Kwame Edinkama Ble, and the managing director of Labadi Beach Hotel. This was in 2019. Omoka said, omoye jams no ewo eponano a na they will share it in 3 equal parts. Labadi Beach Hotel will get 1 part, then Loic, and then the Blay brothers. Will you believe, sir? Blay brothers, they elbowed out Labadi Beach Hotel and a Loic Divorce Jr. And then hijacked the proceeds. The next year's event, 2020 event, the Omoya Yenese.
Yeah.
Instead, sir, the patrons of the jams will go through the entrance of Labadi Beach Hotel. That was the agreement in the joint venture agreement, so that there will be transparency. Now, omunyana kan omo ba program no. Omo ko create omo bypass.
There's Omunfa Hotel, right?
Omunfa Hotel.
So now the court battle is between who and who?
The court battle is between Loic Device. Loic Device or no?
The idea nearby.
Or no? The idea nearby. Omo say omo they've changed the software. They've taken him out. He can't have his share of the profits, and Labadi Beach also have been also elbowed out. Into Ababeye, the Blay brothers, or more register a different company, Express. Into hotel now, almost say and profitable. Sena MPP4, they've seen how profitable it is. Into whilst Brad Champon wants the hotel, the Blay brothers, Freddie Blay Mbano, also Akotam beachfront. They now control the beachfront of the hotel. Now, Osha Omo company Polo Beach Club event. Osha proceeds. These are from the court documents. 2019, they said they made 4.3 million. Corporate social responsibility, corporate sponsorship from Pernod Ricard, 457.8 thousand Ghana cedis. Payment that they claim they made to small $50,000 to Small God. Amount withdrawn without Loic's knowledge, 25,000, another 75,000.
I see.
Over just 1 year, between 2019 and 2020, we are talking in excess of 8 million.
Honorable, because
of the beachfront.
I want you to do this for me.
Yeah.
Yet say wako stretch.
Yeah.
And when Professor Kwekwaza, you're embarking on certain action. You demonstration behind us.
Yeah.
I want you to give me that so that we know the way forward on that. Yes.
Yeah. And these are the court documents.
The court documents
between Loic Device and Sese Aye Kasano. We must place on record, sir. Labadi Beach Hotel, the only beach hotel in the world. They don't have access to their beachfront.
Okay.
The beachfront is gone.
Freddie Blay Mbafa.
And a hotel nasa Akano. And because of that, Omwa Pame, the managing director, who was in cahoots with the Blay brothers. All those details, So this
is your petition to Shraj?
Now, this is the petition to Shraj. Okay. Metumia confirm me say no crese your petition Shraj because their custom is not in the national interest. Time is total. What kind of Article 287 of the Constitution? Constitution, let's say a bad conflict of interest. The forum is Shraj, and in the Okudzeto Ablakwa versus Jacobeche Bilamte case, that is.
The Okada say omonye rehwemu.
Inte Osha reliefs are ye seeking no. Ye pese Shraj for omonye rehwemu na. They should launch a full-scale impartial investigation into the prospective sale to Honorable Brad Champon. Number 2, Shraj should also investigate SNAP's conduct and the procurement processes regarding this matter in issue, particularly with a view to unraveling what led to the numerous violations of due process and unfair treatment. Okay. Then that Shraj investigates the appropriateness or ethical concerns of Honorable Brad Champon, who is a director and the sole beneficial owner of Rock City. Into the conflict of interest aspect, the Article 78, Article 98, and all of that. Now, Shraj also, Omo responded, Omo received a petition, Omo responded on the 20th of May. Omo draw say, I write to acknowledge your complaint and respectfully inform you that the commission will revert in due course. Ente Shraj for confirm say, Omo in Shishemo. Ente we expect Shraj to pursue this matter.
What about this one?
The second step you're taking is you say Ghana yenya mra I'm sponsoring a private members bill As I say, no, emrabeba, be very clear because some people are taking advantage of loopholes, gray areas, and all of that, like what Brian Champon is doing. Ente a very clear private members bill which will become law, and so far you have full support from the minority caucus led by the Honourable Atufosin. My colleagues are in full support. The time has come for us to have law that will ban all politicians and all politically exposed persons. Why worry politician, we a politician, but to say what the Freddie Blay brothers, Freddie Blay sons are doing. All of that will come to an end. So once the law is passed. Once the law is passed, all state assets that are being sold, politicians cannot participate. Want to mean talk.
Yeah, sure.
And Professor Kweku Azar, ono and all leading the team of lawyers. Omwa drafted me home. Ejuma omwa year so far. Third action.
This is about all of us.
Third action. We know you're here. Obiya Ghana for all of them. We are confirming tonight, sir. You are notify Ghana Police Service in compliance with the Public Order Act 1994 at 491. Mrano say, opese oye demonstration. Ma 5-day notice to the police. And we have notified the police. And there, this is exclusive to your show. I can confirm to you, sir, and there, me share the regional police commander, Commander Ahen.
Okay.
We have agreed on the routes.
Okay.
Police for Apenese, you bet to me Astarte in front of Labadi Beach Hotel.
Fantastic.
Now you call La Palm. We want Ghanaians to see
the hotels.
These iconic hotels, how great they are, how magnificent they are. Now you Nanti Ako. Jubilee House now almost say Omopa chose yen to me and coho. Ente omema ye kwai maya back close kakra. Getting to the Christ the King Church Hall.
Okay. Oh no, what is the date?
Na Jubilee House for Ababeji petition.
What is the date?
Date no June 18th. Next week Tuesday. June 18th, 8 a.m. The person Ghana for Ghanaian workers of these hotels. You be sure Labadi Beach Hotel.
Animwa. Everybody must be there.
Everybody must be there.
Thank you.
And we are doing it for God and country because we have to stop this sale. Up to now, President Akufo-Addo Oka say or no dear. Na the governance na obabe leading no. Opese oye transactions, opese oye business, opese onya sika, emba abaini mu. Stay in the private sector. That is where money is made. And yet, despite this pledge, or no any cabinet minister are at the center of this transaction. Up to now, more than a month since this scandal broke, President Akufo-Addo has not been able to tell his cabinet minister to back off. He's not been able to tell his appointees as net to take their hands off our hotels. Until the only way forward, say, as I say, agitation, no, you raise it to the next level. Now, say, or say, ontie the organized labor worker, Professor Yankamo, the civil society organizations, and all Ghanaians who are speaking. If he will not listen, then we will force him to listen. Until demonstration in there, absolutely crucial. You say Ghana for a dom APA na June 18th. Yes, because that's the only language. Too much.
I was your answer. I'm Honorable Akono. Honorable, first of all, let me thank you. There's a very detailed, insightful presentation.
Thank you.
And maybe I have learned. And I mean, you say you're tearful in the now you're going to near who you're Juma yet was snitter. The air can who say found because we see cano. And the idea kwako hotel a ye kwako toama MPP minister no makoche sikanedi. And some of you may not know Brian the Champion. Say munim no. Na munim dwane a hantan ye wo papa we afa pa ene kasa tantan ye wo nanumu a. Nka wo se befem. If you don't know Brian the Champion, watch this video. Ya ba honorable be conclude. Watch this video.
Oh my Jesus. What is the patapa?
Oh no. Dwani ahantan. Wo nye nyame, nye na osi hini. Nyame ni si hini. Ghana for na bechire leader omope. Wo ye hwan na waka say MPP mfa tumi ma NDC. But it's not surprising. Why will he want to hand over when he stands to benefit from the sale of sales hotels? Oh, yeah. And until MPP say we will never hand over. When you hear them saying we will break the 8, they want to break the 8 to steal more hotels.
Yeah, personal interest.
You understand?
It's
and
not about the Ghanaian
when
people.
Members of Parliament like Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa is doing his work, you see them near dinner. And so MPP serial callers see social media for your mood me for fighting for Ghana. Unya 1 CD from this sale.
Yeah,
and you City, wonder why they do that.
Rock City, they are not shareholders.
They are not shareholders.
They are not beneficiaries.
And you are fighting for
all
this.
The profit
you
is going
love
to
Ghana. Listen to what Kennedy Japan said about these people, his own party people. Listen.
The MPP is looting this country as if there's no tomorrow. Why? What do you mean? The youth of this country are not working. Now we're intimidating and control.
These are the things. Akede Japan mo MPP for no mo kon nakra na no mo hu a o mo ka kire. Say MPP for wia Ghana sika like there is no tomorrow. And this is what you're seeing in the sale of these NIT hotels. Honorable, give us your final words.
My final words will be a rallying call to the Ghanaian people. Yenyana yengo amba boting Tuesday 18th. Next week 8 a.m. sharp. Na yenyo retre. It's about Ghana. It's about us. Yesika and DC hotels we. Hotels we are profitable. She awards are more winning. She sika hotels with dividends are more tiama buying. Yenyana ye call retirement. 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Hotels we ena be show yeso. Nipa bako hotels ebe boa Ghana workers nyina no. Nipa bako say ono there or to.
Ye boni don't come me.
And he's not even buying it at the real value, at the market price. Until there is no value for money. And this deal is stinking, it's unconscionable, it is criminal. It cannot be allowed to be sealed and to be consummated. Until Ghana for it is not a partisan matter, where it's about Ghana first. Kennedy Japan and Kasa Aka say the way Crawford, his colleagues in the MPP government are looting. I expect even MPP members
to join this.
And I want to commend Kennedy Japan's brother. I heard him saying that, look, this deal is bad. They should go and tell Brian Champon to back off. There are reasonable MPP members who are outraged. They tell us in private, even in parliament. Colleagues, MPs come to you and say that, oh, wait there. Tuesday, 18th June, let's come out in our numbers and let's make sure that we protect these hotels. These are not hotels that should go. These are hotels that are profitable. Assassino, look at the prime land. Look at the goodwill that they have, the reputation of these hotels. These are very, very iconic structures. And me per se, finally, me salute His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Unim say in my research and review of documents, saying that the proposal was made to President Mahama when he was president. Say, omo pese, omo diversity, even at the time, not controlling shares, no, omo pese, omo diversity about 15-20%. President Mahama Kacha omo say, they shouldn't dare, they shouldn't try it. It belongs to Ghanaian workers. That he will not support such a transaction. These are the kind of leaders that we need. And December 7, we must vote for President Mahama to come and rescue this country. State capture, no, just too much. It is unconscionable. It is just cruel. And I hope, we will rally behind well-meaning Ghanaians, people who love our country, patriots, to save our country. And the Honorable Brian Chapo, if he knows what is good for him, he should just back off. He should issue a statement and say that he no longer is going to engage in this stinky, smelly, unconscionable deal. It is in his own interest because what is coming will not be good for him.
That's it. Honorable, thank you so much for doing this for God and country. We thank you for coming. Na busianfo, me mesiafe me raho. Na nimsa odogana also siafe oraho. Like Honorable said, President Mahama onyakwenya senko beton hotels on one ton. In the amount for Bekatro say MPP and NDC are the same one. no, sir, we are not the same. They sell state assets. We come to protect it and to develop this country for the benefit of all of us. She video see mama yeba ya the NDC and youth segment no bebro. Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa nkoe odaswaha. Thank you.
Come on. The victory of Muhammad. The victory of Muhammad. The victory of Muhammad.
This is why I choose John Dramani Mahama.
The victory of Muhammad.
I choose John Dramani Mahama because he's a visionary leader. He's visionary but not a prophet. He couldn't have predicted the COVID-19 outbreak, but he built an ultra-modern hospital which came in handy during the pandemic. This is why I choose John Dramani Mahama.
The victory of Muhammad. The victory of Muhammad.
John and I have agreed that whoever has participated in the plunder of the state must be held accountable. And my friends, this is not a threat, it is a promise.
I find your dreams here, NDC and you. And ye Jimre kakra. Na jumedi sunkubia yura John Dramani Mahama edi no kwesi de twemi. Nkita hundie bi one Ghana fo edi ewo abefo intentan so social media. Na ode na no disem efa nsem bi a ekoso wo ye my Ghana mutu dwa no. Ye fa nsem ne kakra bi ne de mu nchiremu aba. Na wentumi anhwe bi. Ana wo hwe bi nso wentumi ante ase a watumi ate ase na wahu di ntie wasa woto aba ma John Mahama. This is just part 1 on this latest Mahama conversation. On the next segment, or the next edition, you be nyamre more na yetumi akọ that conversation anymore. Now you see, na yenua Honorable Okudzeto Ablakwa Kasano, he spoke about what the 2024 election is about. According to President Mahama. Abatwa ye kwa kotu ye abatwa obi keka na. Abatwa na ye kwa kotu no, what is it really about? President Mahama has spoken to that. Shewe mame.
This election is like no other in the history of Ghana. It is an election between Ghana and the new Patriotic Party administration. It is an election for change, to reset Ghana's narrative and effect a course correction from our disastrous trajectory.
Asemwe etia, but I asemwe hu here. President Mahama say, abatwa yekoto no 2024 no, ono hu ni say one MPP for ne kusi akan. And it is true. Hu ni say eye NDC versus MPP, and it is true. What is this election about? It is about Ghana fo nyina ye ne ekuo bi a ye from MPP. It's an NPP party from a Kufuado to Bawumia, Omedi Omeya bro, Oma say Omaino, Oma bo Maino. She hotels ya Omotoi. On this show, you know Makasaba Pualugu Dam project, $12 million. Ye first ikane dinukwa for no work done. Temamoto way, $2.5 million. Oma disika kwa contract and siwa anko yejuma. Mota Angel asem na making. Sky Train project $2 million. The same thing. Ejapa $12 million. Yet this ikano. And according to Kennedy Japan, they are looting left, right, and center. Yet me no mienu and they tonwa yento. Ye fria yentua. Adwuma ni ho. Sika ni ho. Ye hu puntu o ye mantamu. Common fund yentua. Bibia yentua. Eka ena emre. So President Mahama say, see this not as NDC and MPP, this election, but see it as a fight to rescue the soul of Ghana, to bring about the needed change. In Sisamapa, a day on my Ghana, BC Equine personal. That is what this election is about. But then, President Mahama says, "You two abano mano, na Sisamba, a yema mi nubi pa ni yenshan and so say obedi huejuma." These two things he spoke about. So, producer, give me those two videos in succession.
This change is ordained by God. It is ordained by God to relieve our people from the hardship and poverty that has been inflicted by President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia's reckless administration. That change will put Ghana back on a path of progress and prosperity, enabling us to build the Ghana we want and create well-paying jobs for the young people of this country through the 24-hour economy initiative and many other novel policies to be outdoored in the NDC manifesto soon. This change will also see the most far-reaching and detailed investigation of the many allegations of corruption and scandals leveled against public officials and their families and friends. This change will help to abort this administration's plan to foist the pliant vice president on us, to cover up for them, and thereby escape the searing scrutiny of accountability. But as I have stated, this hot spotlight of accountability is reserved not only for appointees of this administration, it will also be available to sanctioned persons in my own administration who engage in similar conduct. The same anti-corruption strategies and instruments I shall deploy to measure and punish the MPP government appointees will also be applicable to my own appointees. In short, in Ghanaian parlance, Aba Yedebo Techino, Yedebebo Banso.
Aba Yedebo Techino, Yedebebo Ban. President Mahama say wo to Abama, NDC and John Mahama in 2024. No, say wo to Aba. A day and sesa papa beba change. A day yedie, a day juma. A day no kwari die beba ya mamumu. Na de eyeme dene se. Sa wo to Abama John Mahama, President Mahama say, kata hyehyɛ ne proye ko na ye hwɛ ni mu sɛ ye bɛko na yɛtimi atu kro no bɔ ase sika sɛ yase yabɔ Ghana sika ho ban de ayɛ mpuntuo ama yɛ nyina yɛnya so mfaso amamuo papa ebe ensure sɛ yɛn ton snits ejapade Ghana adwumayɛfo hotels Amamo papa ebe ensure say yemfa Ghana sika nkochata wiemhye ma o mampenye Akufo-Addo because oso opese odware wo wiem. Amamo papa ebe ensure say yemfa Ghana sika enkotu amana in the name of building a cathedral and so ne ye Onyankopon frakadam. Amamo papa ema yenwia Ghana sika like they are doing through Ejapa, like they have done through PDS and all those thinking scandals and on eba. Because I want to Abama Bawumia bisa ho Bawumia obetumi ache Akufo-Addo ne ni minister bi atumwana enye possible because Bawumia ne political career gina ne godfather de otete no awama ne bebi agina eye Akufo-Addo obeyede na wa ensure say sikedi akoso no obema mra ye adwuma ananhwehwemu bi akoso no he can't because he's a puppet and a poodle of Akufo-Addo ono no mahu se ni mu ha omo betumi akontrol no na krono bebrebe o ma bono wa bebo o mo ho ban from post regime accountability enunti and Akufo-Addo o kasa bia o say I cannot hand over to Mahama ni nyina a kire se osuro se Mahama eba na krono o ma bono wa bepa wontoma na wa chichi o magu and Bawumia is the one who protects him. Inti a vote for Bawumia is a third-time vote for Akufo-Addo and it is a vote that will help them escape accountability. The entire Bawumia ntimi fight corruption biem so they say ono kata hyehyɛ ne proya ankasa no aduane no ne no na wachicha ma ministers no oye bi enne na yehu secret tape Minister of State Charles Adubohan I say open so kuhumba wumi I just wait to $200,000 and send wakushia. Minister of State, Professor Dubois Hemba. Then ba wumi na behwe na PDS wakwa ye frakadam na nkrofobia beye Ghana bukata all orchestrated by Wobia. How can this man be trusted to fight corruption? And change is very important. But and then Makacho said this is just part one. President Mahama can't say we here but this is just part one, you know. Ye fano bako. Next week ye be sans room. But President Mahama can nhyehyeye bia matese ye tadi hu komo e won NDC 360. It's about the 24-hour economy. Or the chechemuni bi aba what the policy will entail, how it will benefit us. Producer, give us that video.
And let me be clear, I am utterly appalled and disappointed by the unprecedented unemployment rate we're seeing today. Perhaps if the government had not jettisoned the 40-year National Development Plan, which was developed by the NDPC during my presidency, they would have adopted and implemented my 24-hour economy initiative, which was contained in that document. And that would have saved Ghanaians from these levels of unprecedented unemployment. But as the saying goes, elections come with consequences. The stark reality is that the current 8-hour working system is inadequate to create the production, productivity, and well-paying jobs required for the revival of Ghana's currently bankrupt economy. It is also inadequate to produce enough goods and services for export. My young people, extraordinary times require extraordinary interventions for extraordinary results. The 24-hour economy initiative is the answer for now and the future. It will create an enabling environment with deliberate policies for business, companies, and government institutions to operate 24/7 in a 3-8-hour shift system. In addition to the traditional 8-hour system, the 2 additional work shifts that my administration will introduce will double and sometimes triple or quadruple the number of jobs that participate in public and private entities that we currently have. This is the
Abuzianfo asemi a ye papa Mahama ken ye hu hia. Number 1. And now what be? So the 24-hour economy policy a NDC ye bohu de wuro no. Enye manifesto promise keke. We ye insusuye ne nhyehyeye pa ya dwen hu yie na mpo e what the 40-year development plan of Ghana ye in the 2016 ewum. And what President Mahama can say, Senka MPP for buy and a man to sa 40-year development plan and to pursue a so-called Ghana beyond aid agenda. And an community year, you might neka Ghana, the economy in a year, 24 hours, non-stop, 24/7. Not almost to year. And President Mahama sounds what she say. Extraordinary times require extraordinary actions. In Prempria, we are not in normal times. Unemployment has doubled from about 8% and then 15%. Edumeni here. And this year say, you better koso aye eduma 8 hours, both in the public sector and in the private sector. Ebe then you create inyuma ama memo ane mabawe no munye nyuma nye. Ebe ye den and yet to me increasing the size of our economy to deal with a katitri amen or mine into. How will we be able to grow our GDP? How will we be able to create jobs and opportunities for Ghanaians? And unti the NDC led by John Mahama, we are saying let's think outside the box. 8 hours no and enough. People work and sleep for 8 hours, but the economy never sleeps. And that is why obi wa brochiri oye adwuma miensa, obi wa brochiri oye adwuma mienu, obi wa brochiri oye adwuma 9, obi ko school wa brochiri kra anadwo na oye adwuma. Enu bi na President Mahama deba. Se na be ya Ghana aban nnwuma ankrankra nnwuma ye be so wona sene aboa wo mo. Na ya ye nhyehyeye a aban nnwuma bebre, ankrankra nnwuma bebre. Omo be ye adwuma 24/7. And by adding those additional shifts no, nnwuma no say 100 na wo ha ye increasing akọ 300. Kwaku benye biaye, ya benye biaye, ama benye biaye. That is what John Mahama stands for. And you don't want to about 24-hour economy. Watch this for me.
The 24-hour economy optimization strategy, giving more to society, providing efficient service delivery, and generating decent and well-paying jobs. The benefits of this system will include, but not limited to, 24-hour port and harbor services, 24-hour customs services, 24-hour DVLA services, 24-hour agro-processing factories, 24-hour manufacturing industries, 24-hour construction companies, 24-hour diversified sanitation and waste management services, 24-hour financial institutions, 24-hour healthcare services, not just emergency care, 24-hour community pharmacy care, 24-hour tourism, creative arts, and entertainment industry services, and 24-hour retail centers, and more and more and more. As has already been estimated, the Ghana Police Service alone, at its present capacity, will require nearly 20.
Yes, for a long time, nipa bebre bisa 24-hour economy, what sectors will it focus on? Eto de bia, ese assembly we fata ochiamia no. Assembly so we fata ohina no. Ono agbo rekupoku abeka bi. Sammy Gyamfi, Okudzeto, Ablakwa, all of this we have spoken about it. But we dey ope mu na nkasa di nchirimu na ba. It's a 24-hour economy no. These are the key sectors. Enye no nko it is not, the list is not exhaustive. There are many other sectors. He has said there will not be any limit to the sectors to ever run it 24/7 under the 24-hour economy. But at least 1 out 12. It will be bizarre say, because NDC into me 24-hour economy. No say yonkuntumpu and futuru no to go any. President Mahama say, your ports na wo na weekend o munya adwuma, anadwo o munya adwuma. Na nipa nyema be boa peso wo ho, na o mu di queue. Na create traffic, na magana ye lusu sika ye lead to goro boys and bribes no. President Mahama said ports be ye juma 24 hours under the 24-hour economy. Customs for be ye juma 24 hours under the 24-hour economy. Because the customs are nye juma 24 hours port intimi nye juma 24 hours manage ye. DVLA ubetumi akoye o passports. Ubetumi akoye o roadworthy. Enye hihye ya wo car ho a I was a way in with DVLA bia under 24-hour economy in crime. Kumase, you can do it in the night 24/7. In here, so could you bribe? Emma Guru Boybia. We are also on Sabeka. So you as a citizen, you'll be getting better services. Ebema was sitting as a trapper or my Ghana. Companies are almost saturated in Rianimu, agro processing factories, manufacturing industries, contractors. They said the Ekwa Brucha Yuhuno. Akwan bebre ye be na anadwo ye no 24/7 e be reduce traffic during the day ye akwan na anadwo 24/7 no so kire say ekwan a was ke ye de 3 years ye no you see ye de 1 year na be ye enti wo timamuni no wo benya kwan ne ntem na aban so kan ko be bo if that project was going to be implemented over 3 years no es what because ye na ntem so Mahama on the 24-hour construction companies eba sanitation kwa bluchira anadwo ne clean krom te kama ya no mi omoje ebola tax nso we film ne nso to kakra bi won kran na nso eyiri fire anadwo nyina 24-hour sanitation and waste management services because financial institutions will work 24 hours in certain places. Hospitals bebre now currently some of them work 24/7 but very limited. A lot more will run 24/7. Ibenya pharmacies, pharmacy care somebody 24/7, retail centers, tourism and creative arts intibebre President Mahama aboboso. But enemy debe see next week so. However, we cannot conclude without looking at certain questions Ghana for bisa President Mahama on this very important encounter President Mahama de anuye emawomo. I'm talking about the Q&A segment for this Mahama conversation. The first question today I'll be focusing on a question here. It came from one Collins. Producer, show us that video. And let's look at the answer from President Mahama.
Ajonu, and his question is, what answer will you give people who always say, what is Mahama coming to do again? Well, my answer to them is that I thank God and the people of Ghana for the opportunity. It's not every person, or let me say every president, who gets the opportunity to come back with experience and with a vision for transforming their country. I did my best when I was president. We did a lot together. We did a lot in the infrastructure space. And the experience that I have gained and the vision and the track record puts me in pole position to be able to do even better. And so I thank God for the opportunity to come back and use that experience garnered after 8 years of reflection on my term in office and come to do things even better and more than I did in my first term. And so we thank God for the opportunity, and I promise that we're going to work together, especially with you young people of this country, in order to reset our country and put it back on the track to shared growth and prosperity. The first, Collins Ajonu, and his question is, what answer will you give people who always say, what is Mahama coming to do again? Well, my answer to them is that I thank God and the people of Ghana for the opportunity. It's not every person, or let me say every president, who gets the opportunity to come back with experience and with a vision for transforming their country. I did my best when I was president. We did a lot together. We did a lot in the infrastructure space. And the experience that I have gained and the vision and the track record puts me in pole position to be able to do even better. And so I thank God for the opportunity to come back and use that experience garnered after 8 years of reflection on my term in office and come to do things even better and more than I did in my first term.
Now, this is a very important question and a very profound answer. MPP, moti MPP for. Musi ona President Mahama cross anso ababi ma bayedien. Or the munchi muaba. President Mahama is a grateful person. And ojitu muse Ghana mana kwenya ama na somo mei ama na nyesu hunu bebre. Enye easy. Se obetimi ababe yo mampanyi na wakotena fie na onyame adom wasanso ababiem. And when you get that opportunity to serve again, you serve as a better person and as a better leader, because now you have the benefit of experience. And that is what President Mahama is saying. Say ye nyame mwani ye to abama ne biemu a. Sa experience a wagada no. Or the banner the ababe somye. And yema oye within 4 years he is coming to do more because now he's more experienced. And if you could do all that within 4 years, imagine what he would do. Built Ridge Hospital, University of Ghana Medical Center, airports, interchanges, schools. In 4 years, imagine what he would do now that he's more experienced. So his experience is an advantage for us as Ghanaians and not a disadvantage. Enti de obi campaign is sankofa yenchi. Se nka Kwame Nkrumah esanso ababie mu a ka Ghana fo a yetu Kwame Nkrumah de so no mo bonu tutu no nke Ghana fo bi su se onsanso me president. Just like a Christopher, we are waiting. Say ajenkwa Yesu Kristo besanso ababie wababeje yankwa. So that is what this whole thing is about. But there was another question from one Mickey about President Mahama Niswadihunu for teachers. And no answer na me there. That will be the last one. Yeah, but then we'll sign out. So let's watch this.
This is from Mickey Atta, and it says, my visionary president, what measures is your government going to put in place to better the conditions of service of the suffering Ghanaian teacher? I've said that several of the difficulties and challenges that our teachers face, especially for rural teachers, one is accommodation. And so one of the things we're going to do is that in designing any school at the basic level or at the secondary level, that design must include accommodation for teachers. so that when teachers are posted to school, they don't have to live in an adjoining town and have to take transport to go to and from work. Already they face an issue with the adequacy of their salaries, and so it makes it even more difficult if they have to pay transport to and from work. We'll have other incentives which will encourage teachers who go and serve in the rural areas. And when I spoke with the teachers' unions, we agreed that finally we'll do the mapping out of which schools are considered rural schools, and teachers who agree to serve in those schools will get a 20% allowance of basic salary as an incentive for them agreeing to serve in rural schools. We also talked about cancellation of teachers' licensure exams, so that when teachers come out of school, their final exam in training school will be the process for licensing them, so that they don't have to come back and take another exam. We've also discussed with the teachers about their promotion and the constraint that is created when they get to the position of deputy director. And that is an issue that we're willing to sit down with the teachers and resolve. In many cases, I've been asked about other issues to do with premiums and other allowances and so on and so forth. And I've been constrained to respond because we know the crisis in which we find our country, the mess in which our economy is. One thing I've promised you is that I'll promise you a leaner government, we'll have fewer ministers, we'll cut government expenditure so that any savings that we make, we can use it to better the lives of hardworking teachers and other professionals.
Yes, so this is very important. Teachers, Musumudieni. Next week, you'll be about drivers and what President Mahama said in this conversation, so Obeyama drivers, about the National Drivers Day. But this is for teachers. President Mahama said, one year to Abamani Biemwa, Obano, Obeyan Shishia Pa, Yesi Suku Daibia, Yebe teacher Bangalu, Akaho. Na teacher ni wenya baby papa di nitiato, the way to me, I and a Jume. And Obe Boama or Quajuma, na Ketuana Yunsunidino, on Sanson Kofa, and Fankofa car. Emma Bosume Besonesi Kenini Nash. And on TBCC, teachers bungalows in Ibebre to bring the teacher closer to the school and the students. And on President Mahama said, a teacher for Omaketua, a huntu mua and a omo. And also so what say, your manifesto yebe, mube hunshi yebibra yeba be yamamo. A wumusi yebeba na Ghana sika semino, a jen slepe, na nyama say, near war under an IMF program. Na ding. But President Mahama said, there is a solution. Solution is say, a buy sika wu yusu, edibu or minor, expenditure no. Yebete teso. Kronoa MPP for bon yebabi twem. Cathedral sikeya or masene kwa over $58 million. Sika bebrebe, sika kufuado de chata wimshen, no ne se wa broni deji omani. Sika omuwia hotel si nwasem ayeke nyina no. Yebe bo se sika no ho ban. Ne a channel into a teacher for Ketua. Na Ketua no akosoro. That is what President Mahama is talking about. Now the end of the say, what the teacher for be briwa ene? You post to 1 year the omako to ekrase. Ana kroketu amu. Obeko no keni akrani ho. Okwa wo bre. There is no motivation for them. Into the shefo for bar, teacher ni ayede uko kroketu amu. Amo akwa de bia no. Ye be ma 20% of your salary as allowance. Na no ahye wunkran amwakọ so moman no izan se dwuma awokọ akoye no okoye e de aboa enkoda Ghana mfo ma omwo sa kuro no so enti de na ban ebeye e de aboa wono no. And when we cut the corruption, we will make a lot of savings, sir. Ebe ma teacher for, a nurse for, a doctor for, emabunu emabawa obia enya ne so ne de kakra. But we miaka, the problem of this country is not adequate revenue. The problem but this is how President Mahama ended the conversation. Watch these videos for me, and then we will sign out very soon.
Change is coming, and change must come, because we cannot look unconcerned for the dollar to cross the 20 CD mark under the watch of the chairman of the so-called solid economic management team. Change is coming, and change must come. because the unemployment rate can possibly cross the 20% mark under the watch of this driver's mate if we do not change direction. Having increased from 8.4% in 2016 to 14.7% in 7.5 short years. Exercise your franchise by voting for me, John Mahama, on 7th December this year, and for the NDC parliamentary candidates in your constituency. As your selfless, truthful, experienced, and visionary leader, I need your vote to reset Ghana. And I assure you that I'll work with you to build a country of shared growth and prosperity.
President Mahama said change is coming. And say, but if you have ears to hear, you will hear say ampa change is coming. It's been ordained by God. Because MPP 40 me in 2024 about where but because God is alive, no nyame hu kwan o mafa so di tumi our press mobrowa ene Ghana for kwan o mafa so from Ghana japade edi ewu no. God will speak, nature will speak, and all these forces will speak against the MPP. Na minimisa wo so the nkomo aye di nyina wo famu abapa wo so ni wunuanom wo ni wabusuafo be di nkomo yanto yaba ema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama mama mayema bawula yamfa atro ne adokodokosem ema mesesa ya adwen biem MPP fo be si yeso a nkoma hye yema 8 years ni nsesa papa ben wo hunu wo wabrabom